Hey, good morning. This is actually a morning shave, which is rare for me. Also have couch hair, and so be glad that's cropped out of the picture most of the time. I just fell asleep on the couch last night because I was tired, and the couch felt comfy. All right. I'm going to do a quick shave so I can get back to work. We're using the hammer and chisel Declaration Grooming B5 knot that we're doing a quick shave, so I just went ahead and stuck it in the water. Using the Timeless. This is a 68 open comb with a scallop top, and I just got in a used knurled handle, and it is quite knurled. I feel like my fingertips are getting a exfoliation treatment. Inside it, I'm going to put my PolSilver, and it's had some uses on it. Well, it looks like 11. Soap we're going to use today is Declaration Grooming Sellout. It's a used soap I just got in today. It's an Aventus clone that Declaration Grooming has put out. And I'll try that for the first time today. So, rinse my face. Alright, so the brush has been soaking for just a few minutes, not too long. Shake most of the water out. And we're going in for the puck. For 29 was the counter there. Let's just do a 30-second load. The person I got this from said that they like the scent on the Executive Man better, which is the Aventus clone that Stirling offers. Medium pressure here, not really doing much. And there we go, 30 seconds. So they sold off their Declaration Grooming. Now this is the new Icarus base. And this, see already we got some nice creamy stuff right there. And so I was kind of happy to grab it because it was a good deal. And because I like Icarus pretty well. Now I really like the Bison better, and I don't really know which one I like better. Maybe if I had to say now, I'd say the Bison. But Icarus is really nice, and so there are a couple of scents that I tried in Icarus that just I didn't like very much, and so I jumped on this as a chance to get something on the base that I would more likely like. Now the guy who sold it to me said for him the scent was a little too faint, so I hope that's not the case for me, but it's okay. I bought it at secondhand prices, and so I can sell it at secondhand prices if it's a little too light for me. It's a nice scent, easygoing cologne type scent, not too dominant right now. It is coming up to meet my nose a little bit, so that's a good sign. Icarus is the new base from Declaration Grooming. Came out in, I think, late 2018. Now let's start adding some water with my little dropper here. I should have looked up online and see how much water the Icarus base usually requires. It would have been saved me some time. This may not need much water. it's sticking up on the side walls as you build your lathers. That's a good thing to look for on a good many soaps. It'll start coming down from the walls when it is really well hydrated and ready to go, like I like it. Maybe you don't like it that much, but super slick, and it'll be coming down from the walls instead of sticking on them. Not all soaps have that attribute. Some of them have a little bit more body to them and structure, and so they may want to stay up on the walls when they're ready to go. But that's just something to look at and remember to be able to judge your own. See, now this is thickening up as I added more water, so I think I need to keep going. Yeah, body just really increased right there. Kind of feel the viscosity with my brush. Let's go ahead and finish putting all the 2 teaspoons in there. That might be it. My memory is telling me that I've thinned this one out, this base out too much sometimes, but it feels really slick to the fingers, so I think I'm going to go with that. Splash my face one more time. All right. Another reason to scrub your face, pay attention to that first pass, is because the number one, exfoliation and cleaning of your face is kind of one of the forefront reasons. Get those, clean out those hairs and stuff. But then another reason to take your time on the first pass is this is the first taste of soap that your hairs have had. And so we want to soften those guys up. I mean, unless you have a pre-shave routine where it involves soap and soaking or a hot towel or all those other things. But if you're like me and you don't, then this helps to soften those hairs, let them be cut more easily. Now, there are very good people who like to shave with a little bit less softening of the hairs, because just think about it, and it kind of makes sense too. So just pick whatever. Now, this is why I shave with cold or lukewarm, is because I believe the skin around the hair, instead of relaxing and opening up and getting puffy, and then letting the hairs fall over, if the skin is a little tighter and kind of more normal and the hair's coming out more straight, then it's going to be lopped off a little better instead of laying over on its side. But also, a friend of mine online thinks that his whiskers, especially the way he shaves, with the handle kind of close to the face, with the blade at more of a steep angle, it's better for him. And so what he does is he doesn't even pre-shave. He just takes the lather right from the brush, or right to his face. So he's not going to soften any hairs before he starts attacking them. So maybe that's a method that you might like to try. All right, lather feels great. It is smellable right now, and so it might be. I think it's going to be strong enough for me to keep, so that's cool. All right, let's see if this PolSilver blade will behave himself. Oh, that's much nicer than the other blades I've tried. Yeah, this is enjoyable. I guess the other blades I tried just weren't good matches. This is very nice. This knurled handle, let me tell you, you are not going to drop this razor. It is, it's got a lot of knurls, a lot of very small, fine edges. Okay, this blade is just perfect for this razor. So this razor handle, like I was saying, and maybe this is, see, I started out with a barber pole. I'm sorry, the knurled handle. The first timeless I ever had it. And I traded it for the barber pole. And I'm happy with that trade. But I've got a couple of timeless heads now, and I don't just want to have that one same barber pole. So I thought, let's revisit the knurled handle. And it is, I hope, those little fine edges on those checking knurling bits, chunks, mountain peaks, if you will. Hopefully over time they will kind of get smoothed out. It's a little aggressive. It's like you're shaving with a file. You're holding the file part. But yeah, it's not going to slip. All right. I'm probably just going to do 2 passes because who's kidding who? I enjoy shaving. Pass doesn't take too long once you've got all your gear set up, you know? You know, I think the 2 blades that I was using in this razor were newer blades, and this one's 11 shaves old, and so maybe the edge has come down, just smoothed out just a little bit, enough to really matter. Because this is a comfortable, enjoyable shave. This handle also has a nice weight to it, great balance, the way I like it. All right, 3rd pass. Yeah, so this lather looks like the 2 teaspoons per 30 seconds of loading with this type of badger brush is perfect for me. Left a little bit of water on my face from the rinse, and so you can see why it's a little thin on that side. But that's all right. And I'm scrubbing on the 2nd and 3rd pass, even though I don't need to. I just like the feel of the brush. That's a good lather. So yeah, I think what happened with this razor head is that the blades I had access to were new. The ones I first tried it with. And so they weren't smoothed out. And they weren't any of my kind of standard blades. I just kind of lucked out, and I forgot to take my standards with me on a travel trip. But I lucked out, and a friend had sent me some blades in a package, and so those are the blades that I end up using the whole trip. Supermax Blue Diamond and a Permasharp Super Stainless, and they did really well on almost all of my razors. Just not this one. They're a little too aggressive for this one. That's a good shave. Whoa, this is maybe one of the top shaves I've ever gotten. Must have just been the perfect combination. Good dialed in lather. Protected, the skin, and also to let the razor edge glide close to the skin and cut really well. 2, the blade and the razor head pairing, just wonderful. The comfort allowed me to just enjoy it and plow right through and not be too careful, not be tentative, and hit the right angles, and even maybe hit some new angles that I haven't tried before in a few areas. It just there's not even any dots in my normal trouble spot area, where I'm usually saying that there are a few tips that have some length to them. There aren't tips, there aren't dots. This is just one of the best shaves of this area, and pretty much the rest of my face too. But one of the best shaves I've had in a very long time. I'd put this in my top 3. So this combination of blade and head is just perfect for my skin type and my hair type. So wow, didn't see that coming. This was just a quick shave. I don't have to do that half pass afterwards, my 4th pass as a half. Don't have to worry about that. This is amazing. Maybe because I was being carefree and in a hurry and I didn't really care, maybe that was making me just have a light touch, and that was more effective. But I believe because most of the rest of the blades that I've used in this razor have been a little too aggressive, I believe this particular blade with this number of uses was this perfect storm kind of situation where it was exactly what this head needed, and it balanced this head out perfectly. It's just a crazy good shave. I feel just a tiny bit of irritation in this area, but I mean, even if I don't put a balm on at all, that's going to go away very soon. I don't have a problem with that at all. So wow, what a shave. Let me figure out some post-shave stuff here. Well, this is perfect. I have exactly 2 Stirling balms, I think. And one of them is the Executive Man, which is based on the same thing that Sellout is based on, which, if you recall, is the Aventus by Creed. I believe Icarus has pretty good post-shave faculties. I've got oily skin, so I don't really care. Felt nice, wonderful rinses on this one. Very luxurious feels. And there we go. Yeah, that's a good scent. All right. How about that? Who saw that coming, right? All right. That balm just took out any of that irritation I mentioned. I don't really see any redness other than that area. So excellent all the way around. Really happy with this one. Maybe I always need to shave in the morning. Wouldn't that suck? All right. So we're good. I think the scent strength is more at about a 3 or a 4 out of 10. It was very lightly present during the shave, probably lightly enough for me to keep it around, especially since I don't have very many Icarus soaps. I do love Stirling Executive Man. I've got that soap as well, and so if I wanted a little bit more punch, you know, I might grab that one, and it's still got great performance too. So we're good. There we go, number 12 use out of the PolSilver blade, and I've got some work to go do. So I think that'll be it. Hope there was something here for you. For those of you who have been our subscribers, you know that today would have been my 110th use of my Nasset blade, but it didn't work out that way. I wanted this to be a quick shave. I wanted to do the Nasset a little bit more, not quite as rushed. And so that's why this is today's shave instead of the Nasset. So I'll probably do the Nasset tomorrow. So there we go. Hey you, take care. Have a good day. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves.